Welcome to my subscribers, welcome to the newcomers. My name is Houngan Kris, and today I'm going to talk about a very important factor, actually one of the main keys, being involved in with spirits and dealing with the invisible world. And this corresponds to most spiritual directions, paths, religions, spiritual systems. In fact, I would dare to say all spiritual directions or religions that deal with the invisible world. And that is the ability and the main principle to be able to master self. So what does it entail? Like, what do I mean by mastering self? Also, why is it extremely important to master self when dealing with the invisible realm? Do you feel that you have mastered yourself? If yes, I bow to you in great respect and honor, because in this world, in this age today, this is not a common circumstance. It's something people struggle with. It's something we struggle with in this age, to be able to have control of ourselves. We rather control anybody and anything else, you know. Before I proceed to go more in detail, I want to briefly talk about Haitian Voodoo, because we always start our ceremonies dressed in white, and we also start with the Varalois, which are the cool spirits, and their color is also white, and there's a reason for that. For Voodooisans, meaning people who practice voodoo, it's a symbolic representation of purity. There's other cultures and also religions that, you see commentaries that people dress in white. Not everybody, I'm not saying everybody, but the main key and the main principle is still there. You have to be pure, and you have to maintain control over self to be able to deal with the outside invisible realm. So back to the question, what does it entail to master self? And that's why I wanted to go into the factor of purity, because it goes hand in hand. You have to maintain purity, in your body. You have to maintain purity in your heart, in your mind, and in your actions, and that's what it is about. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're a saint, or that you walk around like a saint, because that's a completely different category. I'm going to refer to what the Christians, when you use a Christian ideology, and that is the 7 deadly sins: pride, envy, gluttony, lust, anger, greed, and sloth. And these, the reason I use that, because I don't, I don't follow Christian ideology, but it's easy to understand, and it's actually a great example to use, and to get what I'm talking about. Because no matter what path you follow in life, who you are, where are you from, what you do. The ability to master yourself is something that is going to be challenged, and this is unavoidable, and it will be produce the same results for anyone, no matter what kind of challenges you have in life, according to these principles, and everyone will feel the same or have the same outcome, and that is either loss of power or empowerment. These are the two factors. Now, why is the ability to master self and have self-control so important? Especially dealing with the invisible world. See, dealing with the invisible world and with the spirits is not a game. Initiates in Haitian Voodoo. I'm gonna bring that as an example because that's my religion, that's my faith, that's where I belong. And we have gods. They initiates the moment you initiate, they put a god on you, which means a protective spirit, and that spirit should be able to take care of you so you don't have accidents, so you don't fall under threat of any attacks, physically or magically. They're there to protect us 24/7 as guards, and prevent these attacks. There's praise that can be done as well. There's cleansings. There's a lot of different things that can be done, but it's a little bit more than that. You have to understand, especially as a beginner, that by not having control of the self and dealing with the invisible world, it's an invitation. You open a door, and the door itself, if you have weakness, it invites and can invite lower level spirits or trickster spirits, and this can have severe consequences in your life, and even affect the life of your loved ones. Even people who have practiced or are priests and have experience for several years, for 10 years, even more, they still can be exposed to being tempted or having the loss of control. And also there's spirits passing by. If you go to somebody else's house, or if you go out to the mall, wherever you reside, there are earthbound spirits that are just waiting for people with a weakness, for that little opening to attach themselves to those people, and they do that to feed from you, and whisper in your ear or in the back of your mind, to continue to do what you do. If we can talk about, like, I can bring us some of the what we talked about, the 7 deadly sins that the Christian use as a term. I don't like the word sin because it automatically ties a Christian concept, but it's easy to understand. So if you have anger issues, they will push you on to act violently, or if you have lust, it can be cheating on your wife, or watching all men have some kind of lust, but it's on different levels. So it's not unnatural for a man to watch porn, but you know, if you become addicted, that's when the problem is. When it comes to gluttony, people who eat and eat and eat, they don't stop. They can't stop. They lack the control, and they lack what we're talking about, to be able to master self. So they keep it going. And or even worse, I can mention another thing for those who practice spirituality, who are into it, who are experienced, who do work. If an enemy wants to harm you, you know, people who knows what they're doing, they send out a spirit and they just wait for that moment of your weakness, and that's the moment they use to attack. The spirit goes back to the worker and tell the worker that now it's time. Now it's time to do the work. Another risk that you can experience is stagnation. You don't move forward in life. You being held back. You experience struggle. Even if you are protected, these things can happen. And once these lower level spirits are around you, attached to you, they will not let you just go that easily. They want you to fall. That's their mission. And they want you to dig your own hole. So you dig deeper and deeper, eventually to the point where you're stuck and it's difficult to get out. Of course, to master self is a work in progress. It's not easy. It takes time, it takes devotion, it takes patience, and most of all, discipline. We all have our flaws, you know, we're not perfect. But I'm not really referring to the minor issues in life. That's not what I'm talking about, because everybody has issues. But rather the main principalities that I mentioned, and you can start small, but the main thing is loss of control, where you don't have control and something else have control over you, which keeps the ball rolling and it keeps getting worse. So if you don't have anybody around you, if you don't have, you know, a congregation, a society, or experienced people who can help you out, that's something that's difficult to understand and to handle, and it leads you to a downfall. This is a broad subject, but hopefully I was able to give you the understanding and highlight the main point across of an extremely important matter, especially dealing with the invisible world. You know, I wish you all the best on your path. Don't give in, and foremost, never give up. I'm going to end it here. If you liked this video, please click like. I hope that you leave a comment. I love comments, so don't hold back. Please share the video if you want to on social media, and don't forget to subscribe. I boo boo, and hopefully we'll see each other next week.